Stop it. You can't build a man. You can support one. You can encourage one. You can uplift one. But sis, you can't build one.
Listen, the next man I date, I need him to come ready, set, go. I don't mind tightening up a couple loose screws, but what I will not do is build another man to benefit another bitch. Won't do it. Call me back.
That's the kind of stuff you watch from a distance.
No tomatoes, no onions. Cut in half. Tell them no cheese if you don't.
We are not building husbands anymore. If he does not come pre-assembled, we don't want it. Let somebody else put him together like IKEA furniture. Point blank, period.
Y'all be killing me with this. If he ain't got it, I'ma help him get it mentality. Sis, he's 35. If he don't got it by now, he don't want it.
Be leery of men who are always talking about how they're looking for a good, strong woman to build with. Because for me, that's code for I haven't figured out how to do this on my own and I need help. Some men attach themselves to ambitious, high-achieving women because they want to learn from you, like they want you to be their mentor. At 35 years old, there are certain things that should already be built. The fact that some of these men don't even try to get their lives together in advance. Like, sir, if you say you want to be married one day and have a family, why haven't you been building toward that? Why haven't you gotten your career to a certain place, get your own place, got your own car, made a certain amount of money, got a retirement plan in place? Like, why haven't you started building? Why are you waiting to meet some woman to help build you up? And the sad part is there are some women that don't treat their man like a partner, but like a project, and you want to fix them up. You think if you get a fixer-upper, when the value increases, you'll be right there to benefit. But usually when they actually start living the life, they don't even want you anymore. They want the women that the new version of them can afford. With your work, with you helping them with their resume, and you helping them get a good job, and you helping build their credit score up, helping them get a good place and all that. Once you've done all the work to make this man into what you want him to be, he's going to find a new caliber of woman that he now feels that he qualifies for. They'll sit right there and let you pour everything you have into them, let you make him into the perfect man for another woman. I know some women think that if you're showing this man how loyal you can be, how many sacrifices you can make for him, that's going to get you any loyalty, but oftentimes it doesn't. They end up resenting you. They resent you for being there and watching them struggle. Like they're angry about the fact that you're the one who had to pay the bills. You're the one whose car he's driving. You're the one who's paying the rent. You're the one whose name is on the lease. They resent the fact that they couldn't be the kind of man that they wanted to be for you. So when they get on their feet, they don't want to do it for you because there's all this pent up resentment that they have for you. They want to do it with a brand new woman. They get to be the kind of man that they wanted to be for you, but couldn't. You don't buy yourself any loyalty when you do this much sacrificing for a man. Almost every time you get burned. Yes, there are rarities. There's always going to be an anomaly about like a man who actually did reward the girl that that helped him and held him down when he had a little bit. But it's too big of a risk to do that. And most men, with any kind of pride, any kind of provider, they won't feel comfortable taking from you. They won't feel comfortable with you paying all the bills and taking care of them. It's only the kind of men that have no pride at all who will let you do all of that for them. Because some men, they look at themselves as less of a man if they ever had to take a dime from you.
When I was married, I used to think that everything that I did was for my ex-husband, right? I used to think that by me putting things off or by me pouring all this extra energy into him, I was helping build him up, or I was giving him what he needed in order to reach his dreams and aspirations or whatever. You know, I was helping him become the best version of himself. That was just a really convoluted way to say that I was trying to build a man. It was just a really complicated way to say that I was trying to change him into somebody that I wanted him to be. And it took a long time for me to admit to myself that I did not truly love that man for who he was in that moment. I was in love with who he can become. And that was a powerful moment for me. Because I feel like a lot of women fall into that trap where they're trying to help the man, build the man, become his best possible self and reach his highest potential, when really what you're doing is you're feeding your delusion about who this man is, because you're in love with who you think he can be instead of who he actually is.
Hey guys, Marla coming to you on TikTok. So I want to talk about something when it comes to the narcissist X and exes and their behavior. Here's the thing that I think is so problematic with the women that end up with the people that we don't want anymore, or we are clearly aware of who they are. The thing is, they don't ask any questions. They meet them and they are just so happy to have a man. They don't ask any questions whatsoever, because if they actually asked some questions and tried to find out some truths about them, they probably wouldn't want to be with them. Now, the narcissist that I know, that I was married to, has a girlfriend. His girlfriend met him, and I've said this before, with no job, no car, no license, working under the table, and he has children. And she met him. Now, this woman, it has a high-powered position. She has access to all kinds of documents. She could have easily looked up information about him and found out how far behind he was in child support. But at the end of the day, she wanted to be Barbara, the Build-A-Man, and still be with somebody who was so far in the hole. I mean, she is on level, like, in the stratosphere somewhere, and he is below the Earth's crust. And the thing is, her even letting him into her space, right? Giving him any kind of time and energy validates his bullshit, because the narcissist goes, I can pull this shit and tell her this bullshit. There's lies I can't tell that people won't believe. I mean, I don't have the position that she does, but I know he's on some bullshit. But you know, just goes to show you can be book smart but have zero negative common sense, because there's no way. Even when I met the ex, he was not nearly as trifling as he was when she met him, and she still was like, "Come on over, Barbara, the Build-A-Man. Yes, we can." So they validate them. Those women are problematic as well. They need to get some self-esteem. They need to be able to stand and ask serious questions to these people. Ask them, how often do you see your children? What are your kids' teachers' names? How often do you go to parent conference? Are you current on your child support? Can I see proof of that? Why would you want a man who's not current on their child support? And she's also a single mother. So at the end of the day, he met this woman who has this high power position, job, and he's so far in the hole as far as what he is as a man in general. We're not even going to get into a father, and still decided, I'm down, I'm going to co-sign this. Those women are dangerous because they validate them in their lies, and they continue, and they just don't stop.
Nature as women to want to build a man.
So this lady basically says stop building men up, and she also said that she doesn't know that if it's in her nature as women to do that. And I'm just going to start by saying no, it's not in her nature as women to do that. A woman, typically when she goes through a lot of trauma and things like that, that's when she's more susceptible or just more vulnerable to being with a man who has nothing going for himself, while she has probably more going for herself because she had to live through survival and had to go through hard times to get what she had to get. But him, a bum, is going to try to play into her vulnerabilities because he sees her deep-rooted insecurities. He sees it. So he uses her promptly, and when he gets up, he's going to discard her. It is not in her nature as women. That's why we be feeling so on edge, unsafe when it does happen.
Listen, don't play with me. I'm precious cargo. I know what I want. I know what I give. I know what I carry. And I know what I have. So therefore, if you don't have the capacity of orders, good, bad, and ugly, go ahead, respectfully. But stop trying to have people as placeholders, because you're not ready to really face your trauma and your childhood issues coming to somebody like me. I'm not building a bae, and I'm not building a man. I need you to be healed. And what you struggle in healing, yes, I can help and push you to be better you, but I'm not going to fix you, because you don't have to fix me. God got that. Okay?